Conflict. It's something we all try to avoid, whether at home, in the workplace, or on the internet. Most of us prefer to avoid conflict, and that's perfectly okay, most of the time.
Sometimes, avoiding the conflict can make things worse. Sometimes a tough conversation is needed, and sooner rather than later.
But it can be difficult to start that conversation.
Your conflict might be with someone you know. It could be with a boss, a coworker, a landlord or tenant, neighbor, friend, partner, or family member. Or your conflict might be with someone you've never even met.
You may have a pending trial date, or you may have a dispute that may or may not lead to legal consequences.
No matter your situation, navigating conflict can be tricky, but it can also be necessary.
Did you know that the University of Maryland has a mediation clinic specifically designed to help you resolve your disputes?
Now you may be thinking, I can't mediate this. You also may not know what mediation is. Don't let this stop you from the benefits of addressing your conflict early on with mediation.
So here's what you need to know. A mediation is a discussion between two parties to a dispute facilitated by a neutral third party called a mediator. The mediator helps guide the conversation, asking open-ended questions, clarifying issues, and providing both parties with an opportunity to share their perspective. It's important to note that the mediator doesn't have decision-making power. A mediator is not a judge, and you wouldn't have to prove your case to the mediator.
What sorts of matters does the clinic handle? The Mediation Clinic handles a wide variety of matters. A few common areas that the clinic mediates are landlord-tenant disputes, debt collection disputes, and workplace disputes. But mediation can be helpful for just about anything. If you're wondering whether your dispute is appropriate for mediation, contact the Mediation Clinic.
There are many benefits to mediation. In a study commissioned by the Maryland Judiciary, researchers found that parties who were willing to engage in mediation were much more likely to reach a satisfactory agreement than those who did not. That even when they did not reach an agreement, they found the process to be helpful in addressing some of the underlying issues. And that those who were able to reach an agreement reported greater satisfaction with Maryland's judicial system, had a better relationship with the opposing party, and were half as likely to take their issue back to court as those who had obtained a verdict from a judge.
What's more, mediation is provided at no charge by the Maryland Carey Law Mediation Clinic, and it only takes a few hours. Mediation is a voluntary process. Everyone has to agree to participate. Mediation is also confidential. It can be as discreet as you and the other party choose to keep it. We won't say a word. Nobody has to know about it except you and the other person, if you so choose.
Best of all, nobody will tell you how to solve your problem. The parties put their heads together and decide the resolution that works for them. It is much more satisfying than ignoring the other person or escalating the conflict until it gets too big for either of you or ends up in court. Mediation gives you the opportunity to resolve your dispute early and on your own terms.
So whether you're a litigant in the Maryland court system, a student at the University of Maryland, Baltimore, or just involved in a conflict and are looking for a way out, give us a call today at 410-706-4272 or visit us online at cdrum.org and find out more or request a mediation. You'll be happy you did.